Welcome to another video. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you may have seen me play Icejades. If you haven't, you should definitely check out the Icejade video. It'll give you an idea of what Icejades are all about. But today, we are playing Icejades with Egyptian God Ra. And when I first saw this deck list, I thought it was a meme. I thought it was a joke. But it is not a joke. This deck is actually very good. I'm going to show you. Alright, now opponent is going first, and they're playing Dragon Link. So they're going to spend a long time setting up a board with a bunch of negates. So we're going to speed them up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about our hand. We got Yugioh Cradle. Now this is pretty key to Icejades working. A lot of their effects require the Cradle to be on the field. We got two Icejade Cradles. This is going to let us search for any Icejade monster, and these are not once per turn. So we can activate as many of these as we can. Also, Foolish Burial Goods is going to let us search for the relevant combo pieces, and you're going to see how Foolish Burial Goods is actually going to let us summon Egyptian God Ra, which I did not expect it to be able to do, but it turns out that's something Foolish Burial Goods can do. So once our opponent's done, we're going to take a look at their board, and we're going to just dismantle it completely, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. Not, you don't expect this. Now, opponent, they got a pretty good board here, Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look. They got Borreload with a bunch of Boral counters. They got two Boral counters. They got a Borreland Dragon. Can't be destroyed by battle card effects. Can't be targeted. It can attack all monsters once each. A quick effect. You can target an effect monster on the field and rock a monster and negate the effect. So this is a negate. This is a negate. This Delingerous Dragon is going to pop monsters on the field. I think at the end of the turn, if I didn't attack, it destroys a monster. So basically, if I summon something and pass, they get to pop it for free. Alright, you know what? This is fine. Now we know what's going on. Let's draw Icejade Creation Kingfish. We don't need that. Let's activate the Cradle. Opponent got no response. Let's activate the Yugioh. And let's special summon Cosmolochor. And now, with Cosmolochor on the field, all of opponent's monster negates are turned off. Because Cosmolochor says, while this card is on the field and you control C-Note Yugioh Cradle, the field spell, your opponent's monsters cannot activate their effects except the turn they're summoned. So all these monsters were summoned last turn. Now they can't activate any of their effects. So all these negates, all these effects are offline. And we did it all just with the field spell and this monster. So now we're safe to do whatever we want. Oh, and we are going to do whatever we want. Let's activate the Cradle. Search for a Icejade Tremora. All this lets us do is special summon a water from our hand. And now we're going to use Foolish Burial Goods to get an Egyptian God Ra. Let's send Ice Spirit to the graveyard. Activate the effect. Lock ourselves into waters and search for Guardian Slime. Now, this monster is a level 10 water, and I had not seen it before until I saw this deck list, and I'm like, this is amazing. Alright, we're going to special summon it. And I don't need to explain to you what it does. Let's show you what it does. Special summon it, 0 attack, 0 defense, means we contribute it for Guardian Slime, and when it's sent to the graveyard, it activates the effect to search for the Ancient Cant. And now, let us speak the Ancient Cant. Arise, Mega Chicken. We search for the Winged Guardian, Winged Dragon of Ra. And now we can activate the Cant's second effect, banish it from the graveyard. If we tribute summon Winged Dragon of Ra this turn, its original attack and defense become the combined attack and defense of the monsters used for the summon. That means it has 3,000 attack, and we are going to use its effect to pay all of our life points except for 100 and go up to 10,000 attack points. Alright, now that was sweet. And I know what you're saying. Alright, that looks sweet, but this was a gimmick. You got lucky. There is no way that you can consistently do this. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, now we are also running Mound of the Bound Creator. If you want to see the full deck list, I will have it at the end of the video. Now, I did not come up with this deck list, at least not the pure concept of it. I'll show a link in the description of the person who came up with this deck list. Alright, now, we were trying to search with Ice Barrier, but opponent Ash Blossoming. This is okay. You know why this is okay? Because we have Icejade Prison Lock in our hand already. Let's show that off. If you watched my other Icejade video, you'll know exactly what we're doing here. But we're going to summon the Adrian. This is going to search for the field spell, the Cradle. And we're going to activate the Cradle. And we already have Curse in hand. So we're going to summon Cosmolochor. We're going to activate the Curse. And now, with Curse on field, while we control an Icejade monster and the field spell, our opponent cannot activate monster effects the turn they're summoned. So that means they can't activate the turn they're summoned, and because of Cosmolochor, they can't activate the turn they're not summoned, which means opponent is under skill drain. Opponent is being skill drained, and this is just 4 cards, just a little easy 4-card skill drain. Opponent is aware they are under skill drain and they are passing. Alright, you know what, opponent? You think we're a control deck. You think you're safe. Well, opponent, you're wrong. Let's special summon the Coral Anemone. Opponent with the Max C. Let's activate special summon the Agerine to search for the Icejades Tremora, but opponent with the Ash Blossom. They're negating our search. Alright, well they're still under the prison, but this is not good. You know what? Opponent, you may be under prison, but we're gonna finish you off right now. Tribute summon the Guardian Slime, get the Egyptian God Slime. We're gonna activate the effect of the Guardian Slime. If it's sent from the field to the graveyard, we get to search for the Ancient Cant. And the Ancient Cant is also going to give us an additional tribute summon, because we tribute summon that Guardian Slime. So we're going to additionally tribute summon, banish the Cant, summon Egyptian God Ra, boost the attack points all the way to 10,900 and attack directly. And that is easy lethal. Opponent thought they were under control, but we were actually super aggro OTK with the God Ra. This is so sweet. Alright, let's go on to the next game. Our last opponent was actually playing Lila, Kika, forget what those are called. Special summon. Or activate, sorry, the Icejade Cradle, and activate the second Icejade Cradle. We're gonna summon the Agerine, searching for the Eonian Cradle, and opponent is activating Max C. Now, we could summon the Cosmolochore, but opponent is going to get all their monster effects on their turn anyway, because we don't have the curse, and summoning the Cosmolochore is going to let them draw a card, so we're just going to pass. Sometimes, not letting your opponent draw with Max C is the right play. We just have to survive one turn, and Icejades are pretty good at surviving. Special summoning. The monk opponent is playing Sword Soul. Now Sword Soul very strong going second. Very strong going first as well. Summoning the Grandmaster. They're gonna search. We know the Sword Soul combo, and we're waiting till they summon all their monsters on the field before we activate our field spell second secret effect. You haven't seen it yet, but the field spell has a second secret mode. Opponent is activating Strategist to summon, and we'll see if they make which level 10 they make, and they're going for Baron. Alright, here's the chance. We're going to activate the Cradle, reduce the attack points of all my opponent's monsters by 1,000. So they're going to have a hard time killing us with their attack reduced. An opponent is summoning a Shaman, and when Shaman is going to activate and summon a monster in the graveyard, they probably think they got lethal. We got 0 attack. They're counting up. They're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's lethal damage maybe. Well, opponent, it's not actually lethal damage because you're going to attack, and we're going to activate 2 effects right now. We're going to summon the Creation. Creation is going to attach itself to the Agerine, and Agerine's effect is going to activate, and it's going to special summon a water monster from our hand until the end of turn. And we're going to summon the Cosmolochore. Now, the Creation is adding attack, 400 attack for each banished monster. There's 2 banished monsters at 800 attack points, and opponent is going to attack us. And now, they're not going to read, because the Cosmolochore has another effect. You fallen for my trap, opponent. Whenever an Icejade monster battles, the opponent's monster loses 1,000 attack during damage calculation. So they actually had 600 attack points. So their monster dies. And opponent's like, you know what? That happened one time. Surely it can't happen a second time. So opponent gets in with a Taya, but it happens a second time. And opponent finally reading, attacking with the Baron de Fleur. Agerine, once per turn, not destroyed once he activated its effect. So now it's dead. But opponent's passing. They didn't pop anything with the Baron. And now we're going to special summon, and we draw the Guardian Slime. It's time. Special summon the Cosmolochore. All of your effects are turned off, opponent. Your effects are all negated. Let's activate the Creation. Kingfisher. Return a monster to hand and special summon the Kingfisher. Normal summon the Guardian Slime. Get the God Slime and search for the Cant. But we got Ra in hand. Let's get reducing. Reduce the attack points by 3,000. And opponent, they know what's happening, and they are done. Alright. Now, of course, this deck is playing Sphere Mode. Great way to tribute your opponent's board. We are also playing Reactor Slime. Reactor Slime going to give us 3 tokens. Now, we're just going to pass here. Reactor Slime, we got Ice Barrier. This isn't their best board, but opponent playing Blue Eyes. They're playing the Maiden. They're going easy on us today. Maiden, going to just sit there, wait for us to target it for an attack. Let's get the Adrian, get the Field Spell. Field Spell going to activate. Let's summon the Cosmolochore, turn off our opponent's effects. That means this Maiden is now 0-0 that does nothing. Let's get rid of it for the God Slime though. And let's summon the Coral Anemone. Just kidding, we actually do want this. We're going to get it back right now. Get back the Adrian, the Cosmolochore, sorry. And go straight to battle. Opponent going to Majesty, send a Blue Eyes to the graveyard to stop our monster from attacking permanently. That is okay. Let's attack with the Reactor Slime, attack with the Coral Anemone, and pass to our opponent. Opponent did not summon 3 monsters. If opponent ever summons 3 monsters, we'll get him with the Winged Dragon Sphere mode. But opponent is turtling. Looks like they're trying to do Sphere mode. Well, let's speed things up a little bit. Access Code Talker. Great addition to most decks. Let's start popping that back row. Get popping. Don't want any surprises here. Ultimate Fusion. Could have been an unfortunate surprise. Let's summon that Coral Anemone back. Get the Adrian. Get another effect to search. Search for the Curse. And now, with Curse online, Curse and Inoyan Cradle, opponent's monsters are not going to be able to activate their effects on the field. Let's banish that Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And let's get to battle. Opponent. Sneaky Dragon Keeper. Keeper the Shrine has too many attack points. Alright, you know what? That is fine. An opponent playing Seto Kaiba mode, discarding all their fields, banishing their hand and graveyard to summon 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Well, this is pretty epic, opponent. Do you have a way out of this? If they leave these 3 Blue Eyes, we can get them with the Sphere mode. But it was our end phase. So we gotta see if they have these 3 Blue Eyes at the end of their turn. Opponent going into a Tachyon Dragon. Can't activate its effect because of the Curse. Let's get reducing the attack points. Activate the Ice Barrier. Opponent looks like they're going for a Zeus. Let's search for that Guardian Slime. Attack him with the Xe. Yeah, going up into the Zeus, but Zeus can't activate its effect on their turn because of the Curse. They cannot activate the Zeus. They're summoning an Egg. Not leaving 3 monsters on the field though. Going into Spirit Dragon again, can't activate its effects. Pass into us. Now, opponent. Big mistake. Not their fault, but if they had the toggle on, they could have activated the Zeus in our standby phase. But if you don't have it setting so that you can toggle on, if you're not toggled on, the Konami skips straight to our main phase and gives us priority. So opponent could not do anything. Sorry about the Zeus, but turn your toggle on, opponent. And once we have priority, we can activate Access Code. Opponent cannot respond to Access Code's effect. Pop that Zeus. And now, it's time to end this. Opponent summoning with the Spirit Dragon. Getting a Azurize. This Azurize actually will die at the end of turn if we do nothing. But we're not going to give an opponent the end of turn. Opponent is not getting the end of turn here. We're getting the God Slime. We're getting the Cant. We're activating. We're getting the God. We are summoning the God with the Cant. Tributing the the God Slime. But boosting to 10,000 attack points. And this is very much lethal. Getting Blue Eyes with the Egyptian God card. Now, this is an anime moment. Let's go on to the next game. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, you haven't lost any games yet. You're right, I haven't. And that's not a coincidence. At this point, I'm playing this deck. I have not lost yet, so now we're playing against Resonators. Are Resonators going first going to be able to stop us? We'll just have to find out. So far, God's undefeated. Opponent summoning Red Resonator, summoning Crimson Resonator, or adding to hand. And we'll see. We'll see what they got. Let's take a look at our hand here. Whatever opponent's doing. We got Cradle, we got Mound of the Bound Creator, we got Guardian Slime, we got Kingfisher, we got Adrian. This is a promising hand. This hand lets us do a lot. We just got to see. Opponent whiffing with the Chaos Ruler, not hitting any light or dark monsters. That is unfortunate, opponent. Let's see if we can teach you a lesson. Icejade Cradle. Gonna search for the Tremora. Activate Mound. Mound is gonna protect our level 10 or higher monsters. Opponent activating Synchro Call. Gonna special summon a monster from the graveyard and immediately synchro summon. Alright. Let's see it, opponent. What you got? Mound is going to protect our monsters. Level 10 or higher can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And if they destroy a monster by battle, it deals 1,000 damage to the opponent. Alright. Let's go for it. Tremora. Summon the Guardian Slime. Summon the God Slime. Search for the chain. Activate the chain. We have not normal summoned yet. Summon or activate. Get the God. Activate. And also, please appreciate this animation I provided. Activate God's effect. 10,000 attack points. Normal summon Agerine. Search for the Cradle. You know, because we got our opponent under control, but are they really under control? Let's summon Cosmolochore. Now, we don't have the right field spell, but that's fine. We can get in for lethal damage this way. And let's go straight to battle. Dealing lethal damage with the field spell. It's beautiful. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, we got an interesting hand here. We got the Agerine, and we got Icejade Erosion, which is a card I did not play previously, but I decided to play it in this deck because it has some interesting synergy with Mound of the Bound Creator. Let's search for the Cosmolochore, summon the Agerine, get the field spell, activate the field spell. Now we don't have the curse. We don't have the curse this time, but we do have Icejade Erosion, which is going to let us destroy an Icejade monster to negate an opponent's card effect that's face up on the field. Also got this Metal Reflect Slime. Opponent with the Uni-Zombie, and I actually wanted to negate this, but my little sister came in and whacked my computer and accidentally hit OK, and I passed and didn't negate with the Erosion. So that was a mistake, but you know, it was my little sister's fault, so you can't blame me. Sending the Necroworld Banshee to the graveyard is going to let our opponent activate it to search for the Zombie World field spell. Opponent getting in with Uni-Zombie to attack. Now, we're not going to let that stop us. Agerine is going to protect itself. Opponent searching for that field spell, adding it straight to the field. Activating Necro World from the field, turning all our monsters into zombies. Very annoying, but not the end of the world. Icejade Tremora getting summoned is going to stop Agerine from getting destroyed once. Agerine's safe for now. Opponent activating this effect the second time, and this time I locked the door and my little sister couldn't get in, so Icejade Erosion going to negate. Stop them from sending a zombie monster to the graveyard. We destroy our Agerine though. Was that the right play? Well, we'll just have to see. Adding this Tremor back to hand at the end of turn. And now we draw the Curse, so we activate Curse. Now our opponent's monster effects are negated. On their turn, our turn. We got the Skill Drain Lock. But opponent flipping up Rivalry of Warlords. We can only control one type of monster, send all others to the graveyard. So because of Zombie World, this actually means we can't summon any of our monsters. Since none of our monsters are zombie, the way that this works when this is on the field, if we control a monster, we're not allowed to summon any more monsters. So that's pretty rude, opponent. We got you under Skill Drain, but they got us under Rivalry. Now we just gotta see who's better. Egyptian God Icejades or Necro Zombies. Opponent hurting themselves, not realizing that their Fraulein is negated, and now they're seeing what's going on. They're going to activate Dynamicius, and we got a choice here. We could let them banish one of our cards, or we could negate with the Erosion. Opponent is trying to get out of the Curse Lock, and I think we got to keep the Curse. I think the only way we win is keeping the Curse. Now, we do have to give up our Cosmolochore to do this, which means we don't have an Icejade on the field. So our opponent is not under Skill Drain, but we still got the Curse. Opponent activating the Uni-Zombie, sending Igloo Bloom to the graveyard. It's gonna banish itself to summon an Eldritch. Eldritch the Golden Lord. Conquistador, gonna activate, popping our Icejade Erosion. Vampire Sucker. No sucking right now though. Alright, passing back to us. We draw a very great card, Foolish Burial Goods. Gonna let us search with the Ice Barrier. But we can't go for Raw because Raw is not a zombie, so we actually won't be allowed to summon it. We only get one summon. So let's make our one summon count. Get that Cosmolochore. In attack mode. Let's attack into the sucker. No sucking for you. Deal damage equal to the attack points of the monster. And our opponent's down to 2,000 attack, or 2,000 life points only. Can opponent end our streak? Can Eldritch be the one to end Icejade Egyptian Gods' unstoppable victory streak? Opponent still afraid, summoning Doom King in defense mode and activating Raigeki. Opponent, why didn't you go into attack? You could have dealt a lot of damage. Let's summon the Metal Reflect Slime. Stay safe. Getting another curse. Curse is not going to be enough here. We need something better. And we don't have a way to summon monsters on the field anyway, so maybe it's fine to draw the curse right now. Opponent getting 7 cities. I've never seen this card before. They're fusion summoning. Eldritch Fusion? I've never seen anyone make this before. That is a very sick animation. Eldritch, the Mad Golden Lord. Opponent summoning a Jacobolon. Stealing our Metal Reflect Slime to attack us directly. Alright, we are in big trouble. This is it. We gotta win this turn. Drawing the Anoion Cradle. This is perfect. Opponent summoning the Balderrock. Now we gotta be real careful. When a zombie monster activates an effect, Doom King Balderrock can either banish a card on the field, a monster on field or graveyard, or he can negate the effect. But I think we got this. Let's activate the Anoion Cradle. It has an effect when it's activated. We can add an Icejade monster that's banished or in our graveyard to our hand. Opponent sees what's happening. They are activating Jacobolon's effect. Quick effect, target a zombie monster in the graveyard, special summon it. They're stealing our Cosmolochor. That was the one we wanted. They're chaining Balderrock to banish a monster from our graveyard. Well, opponent, you're banishing our Adrian, but that's actually fine. Because Anoion Cradle can also add banished cards, so we're going to add the banished Adrian. Summon it. Opponent, are you going to activate the effect? Are you going to activate the effect of your Balderrock? Wait, what's wrong? Opponent, you can't activate the effect because you summoned the Balderrock this turn from the graveyard, and Icejade Curse stops you from activating your effect. Let's activate Creation. Attach to boost the attack points. Oh, what's this? Very interesting. Looks like we have 2,200 attack. Let's pop the Balderrock, and Icejade Curse is going to deal damage each with attack points to the opponent. That is 2,800 damage, and opponent is out of here. Icejade Gods unstoppable. Alright, let's do another game. Going first, we got Mount, we got Cosmolochor, and we got the way to get the God on field. Now, I don't know if this is the best board going first, but we're going to find out. Let's search for that Guardian Slime. Special summon it with the Tremora. Just go straight for it. Egyptian God Slime. Gonna activate. Get the Ancient Cant. Search for Egyptian God Ra. And with Mount on the field, level 10 or higher monsters can't be targeted or destroyed. So let's just make a 10,000 attack Ra and hope for the best. Setting a Call by Grave. Opponent, can you get out from the God? Opponent, activating Mystical Space Typhoon, popping. Our Call by the Grave. Cosmic Cycloning the Mount. Alright, now Ra's naked and afraid. But he still has 10,900 attack points. Opponent playing Numerons. Alright, Numeron's gonna summon. But even with their 4 Numerons, the maximum... Okay, so if you don't know how Numerons work, they attack and then it doubles the attack of all the other Numerons. So 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. It's not big enough to get over Winged Dragon of Ra. Winged Dragon of Ra is better than Numerons. Opponent, activate Memories of Hope to draw 4. And making a turtle. Oh, they tributed our god. Oh, Numerons. And we only have 100 life points left because of Egyptian God's Ra. So, you know what? What a way to go out. Our god turned into a turtle. And we got Numeron. Alright. You know what? Hey, it happens to the best of us. Even literal gods. Let's go on to the deck list. Alright. Here you go. Here is the full deck list. We got triple Reactor Slime, triple Agerine, triple Icejade Tremora. We got Icejade Creation, Cassis. We got 1 Sea Turtle Kaiju, which is searchable off our Ice Barrier search effect. We got Creation Kingfisher. We got 1 singular Winged Dragon Guardian of Ra. We got Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Mode, which honestly did not do anything in these matches. All these matches I played, not a single Sphere Mode. So maybe Sphere Mode could just replace with another copy of the Cant. Not really sure, but Sphere Mode didn't do a lot of work. Let's go with triple Guardian Slime. This is great. It's water. It's level 10. Lets you do the full combo. Double Cosm Lochor. 1 Terraforming to search for field spells. We got 2 Foolish Barrowgoods. We got Ancient Cant. We got triple Ice Jade Cradle. We got 2 Mount of the Bound Creators. We got 2 C-Note and Noyan Cradles. We got 2 Ice Jade Curse. We got 2 Call by the Grave. We got triple Ice Barrier. We got double Metal Reflect Slime. We got Ice Jade Erosion. In the extra deck, triple God Slime. Baron, Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign. A Nightmare Shark. Going to level 3s with the Adrian. A Rank Up Dark Downer Magician. A Zeus. A Salamangre Almirage. Coral Anemone. Triple Coral Anemone. An Appaloosa. Access Code Talker, and Underworld Goddess. And that's the full deck list. Hope you liked the video. I'll have a link in the description to the original deck list. You can check that out on duellinksmeta.com and let me know what you thought. Is this powerful? Is there a way to upgrade this? Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good night.